Hey everyone, so imagine for a second a professional network where everything you contribute doesn't just, build up your resume, but it actually builds up your own personal equity. That's exactly what we're diving into today with this framework called the CISR Global Community Tree. It's a pretty fascinating idea. So let's just start with this one big question, right? What if every single project you worked on, every bit of knowledge you shared with your peers, what if it didn't just boost your reputation, but it actually created real, tangible value that you co-owned? That is the core idea we're going to unpack here. All right, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to get the 30,000-foot view of this whole ecosystem. Then, we're going to take a quick tour of the 5 clusters that make it all tick. After that, we'll see how it all connects to turn pure research into real-world results. And finally, we'll look at how you might be able to find your own spot inside.
Okay, first up, the ecosystem itself. Now, you got to understand, this is way more than just another networking group. It's really like a whole new economy that's built on this one powerful idea, collaborative ownership. They call it the community tree, and honestly, that's the perfect metaphor. It's a living thing, not some static corporate org chart. It's a place where every single member is a student, a teacher, and a builder, all at the same time. And this quote right here, this really gets to the heart of it all. The value, whether it's a research paper or a brand new training course, is created by the members, and that value flows right back to the members. This totally flips the old corporate model, where all the value flows up to the top, completely on its head.
So how does this whole ecosystem actually work? Well, it's built around 5 interconnected hubs, which they call clusters. So let's take a quick whirlwind tour and see what they're all about. Everything starts here, at the intelligence core. You can think of this as the brain of the entire operation. This is where the raw knowledge is born, all fueled by hard data, deep research, and insights that are actually based on evidence. So yeah, this is basically the R&D engine. And members here aren't just passively reading reports. No way. They're actually collaborating on huge global studies, they're chasing after major grants together, and they're generating the intellectual capital that literally fuels everything else. So if the intelligence core discovers the raw gold ore, the foundry is where it gets forged into something valuable. This is where all that pure knowledge gets shaped into practical, useful tools for the real world. This cluster is all about turning that raw research into things people can actually use to learn and grow. We're talking online courses, micro-credential programs, all of it designed by members to turn these abstract ideas into tangible skills. All right, next up is the accelerator. This is where those polished ideas finally meet the real world. It's kind of like the main stage for testing, sharing, and actually implementing these innovations on a global scale. You could say this is the real catalyst for professional growth. It's where members are hosting these high-impact workshops, they're running innovation labs, and they're speaking at global forums, sharing their expertise directly with everyone. Our 4th stop is the exchange. Think of this as the community's central marketplace. It's a hub that's all about connecting talent with projects and needs with opportunities. So what does that actually look like? Well, this is where a member might find their next big consulting gig, or where an organization can find a totally vetted expert for a project. It's the engine that really connects all the dots inside the network. And finally, we have the affiliate network. This cluster is designed for one big thing, to take everything the community builds and scale it up for a massive global impact. This is all about strategic outreach. The members here are almost like ambassadors, They're building alliances with universities and big corporations, and they're expanding the community's footprint into new parts of the world to create a truly global presence.
Okay, so we've got these 5 separate clusters, but how do they actually connect? Well, this is where the real magic of the model comes alive. It's all about the synergy between them. This little workflow shows you exactly how it works. Let's just follow the path, right? So it all starts with number 1, research. The intelligence core sees a need, let's say, in climate risk management. Then it moves to number 2, develop. The foundry takes that research and builds a practical certification course on ESG integration. That's environmental, social, and governance. Next up, number 3, deliver. The accelerator puts on a big global workshop to teach it.
Then number 4, match. The exchange connects all those newly trained facilitators with companies who desperately need their expertise. And finally, number 5, scale. The affiliate network partners up with global institutions to take that whole program worldwide. See? It's a complete value chain, from a single idea to a real global impact. So, this all sounds pretty powerful, but you're probably asking, how do you actually get involved? Let's take a look at what it takes to become a member and find your own niche in this ecosystem.
One of the most surprising things is just how accessible this is. The entry-level tier for a research associate, for instance, starts at just $150 a year, and that's designed specifically to open the door for students and early career folks to start contributing and co-owning right from day one.
And the community is really built on this huge spectrum of expertise. On one end, you've got research associates who are maybe just starting their careers, and on the complete other end, you have distinguished fellows. We're talking C-suite executives and senior academics who are actively shaping entire global industries. This little table just gives you a quick snapshot of how that progression can work. As you move up through the tiers, the benefits and the leadership opportunities just keep growing, from just participating in research projects all the way to leading them, and even getting seed funding for your own ideas as a research chair. And the process for actually joining is designed to be super straightforward. It's basically a 5-step journey that takes you from just signing up online to a formal onboarding where you actually get matched with mentors and connected to your first projects. The whole goal is to get you plugged in and contributing right away.
So let's end with this. Forget about all the logistics for a minute. Just imagine if you had a direct line to a global network of top executives, brilliant data scientists, and amazing educators. What is the very first problem you would try to solve? That right there is the potential we're talking about.